Hey, how's your headache doing? Are you feeling any better?
Yeah, mine feels way better.
Okay, but if you start to get the headache again, we're stopping the episode right then.
I'm fine. Let's start the episode. Okay, today we're looking at the 100-page comic giant Swamp Thing Halloween horror. So let's jump into it. We got a lot of stories to cover. Let's jump into it.
Today we'll be looking at the Swamp Thing Halloween horror 100-page comic giant. And we already looked at Batman the Reaper and the Brave and the Bold story, so we will not be covering those. But there is so much other great horror stuff to behold in this issue. Our first story was originally printed in House of Secrets 92, The Origin of the Swamp Thing. Our story starts off with Swamp Thing going to his old house. Inside the house, we see Linda remembering Alex, her boyfriend who died. Then we get the origin of how Alex died, and we find out that he got blown up and destroyed. Then Damon tells us that he loved Linda, he wanted to marry her, and that's why he made the explosion that killed Alex, and dragged his body out to the swamps to rot. And now Linda decided to go to her room, because she's not feeling well. Once Linda gets to her room, she has the feeling that somebody is watching her, and that someone is the Swamp Thing. Then, Nathan comes in and starts to give her a massage, but the Swamp Thing sees something shiny, a needle. Swamp Thing then barges in and stops Nathan before he could kill her. Linda is terrified of the creature. The Swamp Thing sees it, and he decides to leave. And that's where our first tale ends. Our next three doors are an Infinity Halloween special #1. So let's jump in. Our next tale is brought to us by Scarecrow of all things, and it's on Halloween night, trick-or-treating no less. A bunch of people in the house want to play a little mischief on the kids by injecting some liquids into the candy and ending them out as a trick. But it is no trick, and one of the boys is not feeling very well after eating the candy. He sees all his friends in the Halloween costumes like what they are. Monsters. Donna is at a hospital entertaining the little kids. Then, another boy gets weirded in, the one who ate the candy. And she puts her hand on his head to see what he sees, and finds out all the monsters that he sees, and goes to face to follow him head on. Back at the house, monsters start appearing and attacking them, the people who injected the candy. We find out it was all Zatanna's handiwork, as he found out where they were. And as they cut off them to an ambulance to go to the hospital, Zatanna takes one of the candies and gives it to the man who injected the candy, so he can get his just desserts. Literally. Our next story told by Poison Ivy is about Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane at the docks investigating a big shipping container that was by looser, and they go to see what's inside. They open the lock, and just about as they were going to take the picture to get the big story, something came out or was not expected. And that being a bunch of zombies, they run in terror. Superman hits up in space, blustering an asteroid before it hits Earth, and he hears the cry and goes to help. Superman arrives to save Lois and Jimmy, and the zombies attack him, and he starts to get weaker. He realizes he has to be kryptonite, or magic that's infused in the zombies. And Lois tells him, you can kill, they're already dead. And so he does, and puts them all in 2 giant shipping containers and takes them to the moon and lets them roam free where they can't harm anyone. Our next tale features Blue Devil and the Enchantress eating candy and scaring children. Out in the pumpkin patch, 2 of Blue Devil's old friends from when he was younger are doing a spell, and they had to sacrifice one of their best friends to do it to unleash a scary monster. The Pumpkin Sinner is now released, and he tells him to go kill Daniel Cassidy, the Blue Devil. Blue Devil and Enchantress are almost out of candy, and hear a knock at the door, thinking it's another trick-or-treater. But it's not. It is the Pumpkin Sinner to attack. Blue Devil is not doing so well, so he asks Enchantress to get the trident. Blue Devil throws the trident at the beast, Enchantress zaps it with an attack, and the beast explodes and dies. And the story ends with Enchantress finding the 2 who created the beast, and Blue Devil giving them what they deserve.
Our next story brought to us by Elongated Man, and it is called The Ballad of Jonathan Kane.
Jonathan Kane is the headmaster of the school. He sees the kids jolling of him. He laughs, and then says, it's time to go, and to watch out for the Headless Horseman. Jonathan Kane is at the barber getting all nice and ready for the party. He tells the barber about how the party will be nice and right for the picking. And the barber tells him to watch out for the Headless Horseman. And he says, I'll have none of this rubbish, and leaves. On the way to the party, he sees that Scarecrow takes the mask, so he has a costume for the party. Jonathan Kane comes to the party, and then eventually meets some people and takes one of their rings. Jonathan Kane dances with the girl, and eventually sees the woman he's looking for, Catherine, and gives her, the one girl, a ring and goes to meet her. The man says, you cannot dance with her. She's booked for the rest of the night, so he decides to go home.
Jonathan Kane leaves the party and eventually runs into the Headless Horseman.
Jonathan Kane is knocked off his horse, and the Headless Horseman throws a pumpkin bomb at him. Then we see the Scarecrow knocked out Batman there, talking about how many times he got knocked out with his own gas. And Batman leaves, and that's where our story ends. Our last story, we see some trick-or-treaters getting a stick and beating something with it. A girl shows up and tells these kids a story that monsters exist, that she looked one in the eye. She is in the swamp, and they both with a little doll to go someplace. She throws the doll in the water, and then is attacked by some crocodile monster. The Swamp Thing appears and takes care of the beast, but he says to her, what you've seen cannot be unseen. As he finishes his tale, we see a bunch of trick-or-treaters head up to a tree. So maybe these are not trick-or-treaters after all. The Swamp Thing appears and attacks what we think are trick-or-treaters, but it turns out they are monsters. The Swamp Thing disposes of the monsters with ease. Swamp Thing then saves the kids and lets them off. Our story ends with them talking about what's to come and how they need to be feared.
Now, what do I think about the 100-page giant Halloween Swamp Thing Halloween horror book? There's if you didn't say it in the video, there's a Walmart exclusive book. That's awesome. And when it comes to the stories, I didn't hate any single one of them. They were all good. Some were better than others, obviously, but I think it definitely was. For $5, great. All the artists were great. All of the, I think, stories were great. A lot of these are just reprints other than the one story. But I'm going to go through quickly. We're just going to give them other ratings as I see. As we'll just give each one of them, each story is on rating, and we'll go quickly, and then that's when this review up. For the first story, Hello, I don't like that one to me gets you that one I don't really often. 10. That one gets a straight up 10 in my book. 10. That gets 10. I know you can't see my finger son, but 10. Because I'm holding the book, but that gets a straight up 10 for the Swamp Thing book. Next one, the Blue Devil and the Enchantress story. That one was fine. I did half with it. It wasn't my favorite. I actually wasn't too bad. I actually liked it a little more. I like how it kind of did like the Charlie Brown kind of thing. It was a great pumpkin. So yeah, they're quite actually going to give it higher than I thought I was going to give it 2. But what it is, I think it's fine. I'm going to give it an 8. I think it's an 8. I give it a grade up 8. That was pretty not too bad. Wasn't as good as the first story, but it was still pretty enjoyable and I enjoyed it. the next story, Trick or Treat, what has to do with kind of just ton on stuff. That's one last story. I think I'm gonna get a nice number. I'm gonna give this one actually a 7. Wasn't bad, but wasn't as my favorite compared to the other ones. So that one gets a nice number 7 in my book. That was pretty nice. And then we go to the next one, what is called, let's see here, a Strange Cargo with like the zombie kind of things, and Superman puts them off on a planet. That was another one. I'm gonna give it a 7. It wasn't bad, but wasn't crazy amazing. So that one gets another 7. It's not too bad. And then we jump into the Ballad of Jonathan Kane. Was another one that was like kind of cool. I like how the Batman was like they had this horseman kind of thing. I gave it a tad bit more. So this one's gonna get another one. I think I would give it an 8. I think I like that one. They really that gets number 8. So that was great. Now, like I said, the Night Gods, the one already. Now I didn't see the end of it. The Burn the Boat one already that one an 8. So gonna skip that one. And now that we've moved over to a number 9 in the last video, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Last story is the Swamp Thing, basically it's the origin issue. It's a little story that was in the House of Horror, House of Mystery book, whatever issue that was, I don't remember the exact details of that. The next one's kind of like, what's the origin story? It's not bad. That one also gets to number 7. I was like, it's not bad, but it's not my favorite out of all the books in here. So that one gets number 7. Too much reading. If you want to read this origin or this story, check it out. Read it, it gets number 7. And the book as a whole, if I had to rate the whole book as a whole, I'm gonna give it like an 8. I mostly gave it 8. So it's 110 when it gets to your story. The rest are great. This is a great book overall. I think it's worth the $5 for this. You get your bang for your buck. That's all I'm saying. So thank you guys for watching this episode, Mattbox. And until next time, guys, stay African. See you in the next episode. Bye.
Sir, it's happening again. You need to call Matt. Wait, what are you doing?
I'm fine.
Fine. In fact, I've never felt better.
Wait, you aren't.
You've been a pain in my side for a while now.
Wait, what are you?
Let's see what happened when I inflict you with the power of the eclipse of time.